Yes. If it encourages you, maybe brother, sister, if it encourages you, Jesus was not married. If it encourages you, Elijah was not married. If it encourages you, Apostle Paul, if it this man of God. And you see, Jesus was never married, but do you realize that Jesus came through the institution of marriage? Are you watching what I'm saying? Jesus was never married, but came through the institution of marriage. So before you say, these things are not important, Jesus was never married, but did not come from a single somewhere. Let me not use words. Jesus was never married, but came through the institution of marriage. It means that marriage is very important. It means it's very important. It's better to never marry than to marry wrong in this life. You will cry. Maybe crying is better. You will die. You will die, my sister, my brother. You will die. I have seen things. I'm telling you, I have been in places, but I don't know if it's because of the calling that God has given me. I have been in places where people love each other. You've been with them for 5 years, and you can see the love. The love is very strong. The man loves the wife loves the man. And I've been in places where there is noise, and like, my goodness. So it is possible for you to have a successful relationship. It is possible. It is possible. Some of you have seen so many wrong things that when you see people holding hands, moving properly, they are married. They are pretending. They are doing it. You are trying to figure out something wrong. They are pretending. No, they are doing it for pictures. It is pretense. You have been wired. You've been trained for something wrong. You see, they are laughing. Nice at Naseka. Potenze pom love. Nice at the pom love. Not ya so ye. Tenzo perekana. I know. But are you getting what I'm saying here? It's very important that you get this. It's extremely important that you get this. It's extremely important that you get this. It's extremely important that you get this. That you have to wire yourself. So two practicing Christians can make a relationship work, like if they are practicing. For example, let me give you an example. Now, let me get to the fruits of the Spirit and how they influence relationships. Let me get to the fruits of the Spirit and how they influence relationships. Let me give you an example that will make you know. Have you ever seen any relationship that you admired? Anyone that has seen a relationship that they admired? I want somebody to lift their hands who has seen a relationship that they admired. Sir, what did you see from what you admired? No, it's not complicated, sir. If you saw, no, I loved how they were happy. I loved how there was joy. I want you to see. What did you see? The joy. What did you see? You see, there's nothing. Please, don't capture them. Just capture me. So it's okay. Just focus on me. There are people that are camera shy. What did you see from what you said? Wow, this is inspiration. What did you? The honor. What did you see from what you saw? The commitment. What did you see from what you saw? Even if you didn't lift, I thought you lift. What did you see from what you saw? Respect. Sir, what did you see from what you saw? Peace. Wow. Sir, what did you see from what you saw? The drama. Looks like you're trying to be dramatic. Somebody go to Galatians 5. Somebody go to Galatians 5. Let me go to Galatians 5. Let's go to Galatians 5. Let's go to Galatians 5. I think it should be from 22. Galatians 5. He says, but the fruit, not the fruits. Now, I don't have time. This is the relationship meeting. We'll be defining what it means when it says the fruit. He said the fruits. He says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love. You see, I saw love. Now we're moving somewhere. The fruit of the Spirit is love. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy. Somebody say, I saw joy. So I said, the fruit of the Spirit is peace. Somebody said, I saw peace. So the fruit of long suffering, and we can define this long suffering. The kindness. Somebody said, I was hearing some wonderful things. It says goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. It says, and against such, there is no law. I don't have time to explain there is no law. But are you realizing that even from a person who is not a believer, for a relationship to succeed, there is a certain growth in them of a fruit of the Spirit? I'm saying, but how can they do it if they're not believers? There are people that grew from places where there was a lot of integrity, and that aspect of their life grew. It can grow. It can. But is somebody following what I'm saying here? The impact of the fruit of the Spirit. So you might be saying you are admiring a relationship, not understanding that you are admiring a relationship of somebody or some people that have grown the fruit of the Spirit. They've been growing the fruit of the Spirit. They've been growing their joy. Guess what? There is a reason why it's not saying the gift, it's saying the fruit. You can have a gift but not have a fruit of the Spirit. There are men of God that are not, okay, I've said too much men of God. There are women of God that have no peace. That have no peace. That have no peace when you're with them. And a lot of people don't understand this. Let me digress a bit. You see, one of the things that are important for every person is to know your strength in life. So, for example, there are some of you, when you smile, you just look good when you smile. You've got a nice smile. But you find that you're always angry. And the only good thing about you is that smile. And you're always angry. So people think you are ugly because you're just always like this. But when you smile, someone say, my goodness, look at that smile. Are you getting what I'm saying? God has weaponized you. That you, when you smile, when you just, even there was a girl I was talking to some time ago. You know, like there are a lot of them that I talk to. But I was talking to some time because of ministry. I know somebody said there are a lot of girls I talk to. But, man of God. Because of ministry, there are a lot of girls we talk to. I hope you get it like that. We are discipling with a lot of things like that. But people that know some of us, there is integrity and things like that. But I realized something from her is that even if we're having a conversation, even if what we are saying is not funny, but she'll be just smiling. I realized the day I saw her, while she was not smiling, I said, hey, this girl. Are you hearing what I'm saying? She has understood it. I won't teach you everything in this life. Are you saying she has understood it? That when I'm talking to somebody, one conversation, I'm smiling. It is a weapon that God has given her. That even if that will be like, my goodness. For some of you, the only good thing is the smile, but you can't smile. You're just angry in life. How are you? Fine, and how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. You see, that woman at the well, you need to learn something with that woman at the well. She was good at having conversation. Do you realize how she was having a conversation with Jesus? Hey, you Samaritans, you're not supposed to shine. There's a water, there's a well. Hey, haven't you heard that? No, there, you drink from there. No, okay. There's no mountain. Neither. She was good. Some of you, you don't even know how to have any conversation. How are you? Fine. And people that know me, like people that know me, even if you are male, but especially if you're female, if I'm talking to you, say, how are you? Fine. I don't even say, how are you? Fine. Then it's an end. Like, it's an end. The conversation is not going anywhere at all. All right. How are you? Fine. Some of you, even manners, you don't know. It's not how are you fine, it's how are you fine and you. How are you fine and you? And you need to grow up some of these things. You need to grow up. And for some of you, time is moving. Huh? I don't have to be saying it. This is 2025. 2025. Newsflash, if you have a neighbor, if you, but I'm seeing some of you are just, are lost somewhere. If you have a neighbor, just tap the neighbor here. Tap the neighbor here. Say, neighbor, wake up and pay attention. Yeah, these are issues of destiny. You are doing Chibuan say, wake up and pay attention. You think when you be, and guess what? And guess what? If you marry wrong and you are in hell, and you text us, no man of God, no, this thing is bad, is happening. Look at how my wife, look at how my husband is treating me. We'll be like, oh, that's very bad. Sorry. I will stand with you in prayer. Maybe I'll even forget. I'll even forget. I'll stand with you in prayer. Then I go back to my wife. God, everybody will live in their own house. So you go back to. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So when you're here, pay attention. We won't be going to our houses. You call us and say, no, man of God, say, that's very bad. I'll stand with you in prayer. Maybe I'm even busy. Come on, this is life. I'll stand with you in prayer. Then you go back to your own house if it's beating me, if it's what. Imagine, so being beaten. Very sad. Let me. Hmm, hmm. Says people want healthy marriages and relationships, but they don't want to be healthy. They don't want to be healthy. They want healthy marriages and relationships, but they don't believe it. Now, let me run through some things. He says, determinants of relationships. So, the best version of a believer is when he is manifesting the fruit of the Spirit. The best version of a believer is when he is manifesting the fruit of the Spirit. The worst version is when he has a hardened heart. That's the worst version of a believer, is when he has a hardened heart. A healthy believer will bear good fruits the same way a healthy tree does. A healthy believer will bear healthy fruits, good fruits. He says, every marriage you admire is as a result of people that have developed the fruit of the Spirit. A relationship is intentional work. We don't have relationship problems, but we have character problems. Anything that you call a relationship problem is a character problem. You see, a relationship or a marriage on its own, it has no problem. It is people that have problems. You know what I'm saying? It has no problem. It is people that are the problem. That thing is perfect. It's people that are the problem. So, I don't really. So, have you started writing so that we answer some questions? Mm. So, so, and one of the things that maybe in 10 minutes, let me summarize this before we do some questions. And one of the things that you need to understand, let me maybe even get this so I should be coming here. One of the things that you should understand is this. When you're asking yourself, should I marry this one and you are a believer? Is do they have a genuine love for God? It's very important. Maramaka, if you're a man of God, you will cry, my brother. You will cry. Even a woman of God, you will cry. But if you're a man of God, you will cry. Because they need to genuinely love God. So that even if you are telling, they need they need. I was seeking counsel from a relationship as a relationship expert as well, who is a bishop. You know, so we just don't say these things. We also learn. So having a conversation, and he told me something that never left my mind. He says, you know what? One of the things that are important for you to have a good relationship in life is to understand that if a person can be a genuine believer and be teachable, any kind of thing can be worked around. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. If you're a man of God, you cry, you cry. No, we take the nation. You never even take that your small house. You never. I'm telling you, we'll take the nations. No, we are going to, the world will be on our feet. You cry. It's better you be, oh, no, let me not. But it's better, man. No, this man of God he wants people to be single the rest of their lives. So do they love God for themselves? Do they love God? And even away from marriage, if you're a believer, you need to marry somebody who loves God for themselves and can hear the voice of God. Because there will come a time where it will only be God that can speak to them. You may tell them something and they can't listen, but they need to be somebody that can hear God. That if you have the capacity to pray to God, you pray to God and God speaks to them and they can pick it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Bishop David Oyedepo, the wife, I heard this story from a certain pastor, who was at the school with the children of Bishop David Oyedepo. He says the time they were at a Catholic school, all these children of Bishop David. So the time, and the guy was asking them, but your father is a bishop. But why are you at the Catholic school? He says, my mother was praying and said, God spoke and saying we should be at a Catholic school, and she named the school. Now, when she told the father said, no, you can't go there. You can't go there. But after some weeks, the mother continued, days or weeks, I don't know. The mother continued praying. Then the father came back and says, what are these children still doing here? They need to go to that school. They need to go to that school. And that's how they went to. Are you seeing how the woman handled the issue? She knows that this one can hear God. And they asked the mother, I said, how did she do it? She says, she went and said, Lord, you told me this thing, and he's not listening. Tell him. You need to marry somebody that can hear God, like hear God. You end up in a jungle. You end up in a jungle. You end up in a jungle crying, nobody to rescue you. Everybody will be in their own homes. Like I'm telling you this for a fact. Anyway, I'm prophesying. Say amen. I will marry well. Amen. Come on. It has. That's why in life, I'll only marry once. And, yes, once. And somebody's trying to put some things there. No, what if? There's no what if. It is once. So, do they love God for themselves? Do they love you for you? I'm now jumping. Do they love you for you? Some of you, anyway, they don't even love you. They just love the idea of you. They're just having a good time. And never marry somebody or go out with somebody that doesn't have a voice of authority. That doesn't have a person that can call them. Say, you are misbehaving. Behave. Whether they are a man of God, they need such a voice. And if it is not safe to be a person that has no person that can just call you. Even if the whole world is celebrating you, they come and say, James, sit down, behave. Even if the whole world is saying, hey, man of God, them they're not even saying Pastor James, Sir James. They will say, Iweka James, sit down. You are misbehaving. And you sit down. You need somebody who can be spoken to like that. Not somebody, even if you report him to your pastor, you say, Ka pastor kovena nkamumira pamo. Ulefuati nkeze ka pastor kove. Kamyuma kamipuma bonse. Kamipuma kwa buroch pwirapo. Kamipuma. You hearing what I'm saying? Let me just wind up a bit. So, never marry someone that doesn't have a voice. So love is inadequate in building a relationship. Love is inadequate. No, I love him, and that's what matters. Oh, love is not what matters. Like, no, I love him, and that's what matters. No, you see, love chose me, so because of some of these things that we hear. No, I didn't choose him. You see, the heart chooses who it wants. Okay. Do you know that you can like somebody who is very wrong? The fact you think because you like them is right or she's right. No, the heart chooses. Who am I? The heart chooses. How many times has that heart of yours taken you to wrong decision, but you're still not learning? You're still not learning. It has gotten your heart broken. Saying I like him, but your heart has still been broken. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Love is not enough. There needs to be principles around their life. So love is not enough to build. You build by wisdom, not by love. Every good relationship or marriage is built by wisdom, not by love. They build by what? By wisdom, not by love. By wisdom. Through wisdom, a house is built. They build by wisdom. Am I saying love is useless? And that's not what I'm saying. Come on, you can't just go out with somebody who you just hate. Like, no, because it's not by love, I hate you, let's get married. Guys, that's not what I'm saying. So, every good relationship is built on tender heart. I've said it. Anyway, summarize this part now. So I've said this one before, that marriage is about honoring God. You're honoring God. That's why you have to do it right, because you're honoring God. Until you fulfill that thing that God had told you, you are honoring God. You're not just trying to have some fun and just. Anyway. So the state of your heart determines the state of your relationship, the state of your heart. Like I've jumbled things now because of time. The state of your heart determines the state of your relationship. That's why you need to work on your heart. If you so find a good model of people that when you look at, they will inspire you in relationship. Find good models. You've been seeing, you've been seeing all these wrong things. You've been learning to these wrong things they've been getting imparted into you. You think they can just live like that? There are two major things that fight relationships. I'll summarize this now. It's that make relationships work. The fruit of the spirit and building and pulling down strongholds. So pulling down strongholds, this is where you go back to what happened to you and you pull it down. So what are the two causes of a tender heart? Or two causes of a hardness of heart? One, pride. Two, unresolved offenses. There are people that are proud. Do you know that as a man of God, you can be wrong? You are talking to your wife or maybe your girlfriend or your fiancé in a relationship. There is something that is happening and you are wrong. You can be wrong. You are a person. No, me, I hear from the Shamains. I can be wrong. Oh, you can be wrong. And some of you, I heard this from someone. Some of you, you want to enter a relationship because you're a man of God. You want to be a guest minister in that relationship. Where you want to be a guest minister. Like, you want to be a guest minister. You want to be treated. Anyway, I don't have time, guys. You want to be a guest minister. Like, you want people to be guest minister. You are not guest minister there. You are putting your hands dirty and making things work. So that one as well there's a balance to it. So as a man, you are the leader of a relationship, leader in finances. Though there's a balance to that one, leader in finance. Now, but leader in finances, you're looking at me after I said there's a balance. Yeah, a man is a leader in everything. You are a leader in finances, leader in finances, leader in affection. But that doesn't mean that you women are just watching. Like, for example, it was Valentine's. You are just watching. What is he going to give me? You have nothing that you are. Like, for example, I don't know. I don't know how some people think. I don't know. Valentine's, I love what my brother was saying the other time. Valentine's is not Women's Day. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. So don't have Women's Day, Valentine. Please, let us buy a gift to somebody and just understand their love language. There are people that when you buy them a gift, it makes them feel so loved. There are people that when you spend time with them, it makes them so loved. So you love people according to how they receive love, not according to you think, not according to how you think they. That's why one of the things that you need to answer. So have you written the questions? One of the things that you need to answer if you are in a matured relationship, you ask your partner when it's entering a matured state, what do you expect of me? What are your expectations? Because I've learned that a lot of these things they end because of unmet expectations. This one is expecting this one to be an angel. This one is expecting this to be doing this. So you have that conversation. What do you expect from me in this? What are you expecting from me? You hear things there. That's when you know that okay, this one is rubbish. What are you expecting from me? What do you expect? People don't even know. People have expectations that they can't even communicate. So you can begin to get the you can begin to. People have expectations that they can't even communicate. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So communicate your expectations. Communicate your expectations. So a man, and there was a girl that was asking some time ago, some years ago. She was saying, no, the man the man is the head. No, but I want to be the head. Something like that. Something like that. Women, that's why, even you as a woman, if you are with a guy who you can, and some of you guys don't know this, you think, no, I have no time to teach you some of these things. You think, no, I like that girl because I like that girl. I will need to be with her 24/7 so that she knows that I like her. You're always there. Some of you guys, those things that you're doing, you're just wasting time. You're just making these ladies ukumisula. I don't even speak good Bemba, but I'm trying. They're just making some of these ladies ukumisula. I just have to be there all the time. Good morning, good afternoon. Kapena pakati palichani hapapo. As a man, have something to do. You're not just talking on phone forever. How can you just be talking? Some of these girls are tired of hearing you call. You have a trauma inside you that just wants. Guys. Find what to do. Be busy. Like even when you're talking, it's necessary. I know people who need to talk to have a certain bonding. There is a balance to what I'm saying. But some of these things are not balancing. How can you be talking from 21 hours to 06? Well. Well. I remember one girl I was talking to some years ago. We could talk and that's why, that wasted years. We could start talking at 11 hours. The conversation is ending at 17, 18. I'm like, and me, are you hearing what I'm saying? Wasted years. So I remember when I was in grade 12, I was I'm going to write mathematics. Then the girl calls me at 23 hours. Oh, James, how are you? Good. Conversation. The friend who was supposed to be teaching, who came to see me, so I should teach him something. Because at school, I was good. Grade 12. Now things have come in ministry. We are trying our best. we are trying. we are trying. We're having an exam on Monday, but we're having a conference on Friday. I'm not saying I'm failing. I don't fail. I have nothing I'm repeating. Are you getting? I'm not a failure. No. My results are okay. They are very okay. What do you think? They are very okay. So in grade 12, like people would come to me from my class, they would come to my house, so I should be teaching them. So this guy comes to my house and you're staying with me for the whole month. So I should be teaching him. The day I was supposed to write mathematics. Then a girl calls me, the very girl. Hey James, how are you? And most of these conversations, they're just useless. Hey James, how are you? Good, good. How have you been? From that time until 06, I'm realizing, hey, I'm supposed to go write mathematics. Hey. And the good part is, I had studied a lot prior to that. So you need to find yourself in this life. And that girl even broke my heart. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Have I shared with you? She broke and I think that was my serious. My sister doesn't even know all these things. She's shocked. She's shocked. I remember a certain day I was at school because I was staying somewhere, Shelston Airways. So, our school.